Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And so this is probably not what you were expecting, but to be fair, it's only the second video, so you don't know what's going to be happening on my channel yet. But anyway, as you can probably tell, this is a speed build in The Sims 4, which is something that I actually really love to do, is build in The Sims 4. I don't know what it is. I've always been inspired by houses and by architecture, I guess, and like weird looking houses in particular. So something that I love to do in The Sims is build weird looking houses, as you can probably tell. But anyway, on to what this actual build is. So I had this idea a few months ago. Actually, this build is like really old. I was doing it in the summer. But I had this idea a few months ago to do a playthrough of The Sims with a witch and her vampire girlfriend, and I'm going to have them live in this little house that I'm building right now. So yeah, this is a house I was building for that playthrough. So it's just a weird little house, and I'm very excited to finally show people. So I was actually building this house during my last little bit of my master's degree, so it was kind of my stress relief. But if you see things kind of jumping around and being really inconsistent, it's because I wasn't very consistent in filming it, because the filming took place over many days. But anyway, so the outside of the house is just coming together now. You can see that it's built over top of a swamp, and I've really sort of pulled out all the stops around the swamp to sort of make it look more natural. This I built just after the update with the bb.live edit objects cheat added, so I went absolutely ham on the live edit objects. As you could probably tell, I cut out most of my flipping through that menu because I spent so long just flipping through. Anyway, so this little I built a tower, obviously, because I had to have a witch's point tower in my witch's hut, and I didn't know what to do with that room at the bottom at first. So at first I thought maybe it could be a kitchen, then maybe a dining room. It turns into sort of like a tarot reading room. But like I built this before Realm of Magic even came out. So honestly, I'll probably, when I go back in here, change it into a cauldron room with the new cauldron object. But yeah, that's like how old this build is, and I'm only just now posting it. But whatever. At least it's getting posted. So the whole structure of the house is pretty much together now, and here I'm starting on the bathroom. And honestly, this bathroom is actually like one of my favorite parts of the build, weirdly. But yeah, because it's all stone and like pebbly, and I absolutely coated it. You'll see in the screenshots, you don't really see me build it, but I absolutely coat it in leaves and vines, and I just sort of clutter the whole thing up. The main thing in this whole build was just clutter. Oh my goodness, you should wait till you see the kitchen. It took me so long, but it was sort of like stress relieving while I was writing my final master's paper, to just like spend a few hours or like a half hour just scrolling through the bb.live edit objects menu looking for fun things to add. So it was fun. Yeah, here you see I'm just adding things to the shelves I put above the bathtub. I thought maybe like the witch does some sort of like bathroom spells or like tub magic, and that's where she keeps all her supplies for that. And also I think that this build is almost functionable while off the grid, because I use so many candles and like of the old timey looking stuff, which just so happens to also be off the grid looking stuff. But so I might test that. But okay, so yeah, here's the tarot room after I decided that that's what it would be. So I put in this like nice table that's not actually, well, it's kind of a table, and it's all purple and like magic-y looking, and I'm putting in chairs. I found this live edit mode object. I think it came with Outdoor Retreat, but it's just like a card on a table. So I I'm going to put those on the table at a later point. Oh, these posters. I love those posters, but they didn't fit for that room. So I did these pictures that change. And okay. So I wanted to put a curtain above the door here. So like you could potentially like close the curtain and have it be a private reading. And I think I tried every single curtain over that archway. You'll see I do more. Like I couldn't decide. But anyway, so yeah, I was just putting some like magic-y looking stuff in there. I put that eye in the middle. I just sized it up a lot so that it kind of looked like a crystal ball. Maybe if you ignore the fact that it's an eye, but maybe that makes it look cooler. Oh yeah, those are the cards that I found. So yeah, so it's like she's reading tarot. Oh, and I have that tree coming through the wall in the living room, and I like really think it looks very cool, but I had to move it. I play tested this whole building, of course, after I finished, and I had to move it a lot actually so that she could sit in the chair that I put there. But yeah, so a lot of things actually that I do in this build have changed by the time you get to the screenshots because I play tested it and a lot of it frankly didn't work. But yeah, so I decided that this bottom floor room was going to be like her little library where she could just sit and read books and like study her magic or whatever. And it's just such a cozy little room. I found so many like weird things, like those bottles with the candles in it. I use those all the time. But yeah, I was just put a bunch of weird little things, sized a bunch of stuff up, used the move objects cheat like a lot. Like this build is probably 80% move objects cheat, if not 100%. But you know, I think it looks really good. It's definitely, listen, I love clutter as an aesthetic value, so I think this build really shows what I think looks cool, and it's all just like very cluttery. But anyway, so moving upstairs now. So actually there's gonna be a bit after I finish this bathroom, like I don't even know why I kept the footage from this bathroom. It's not very interesting, but after this bathroom, after I finish it, I do fiddle around with the layout because I realized that the upstairs floor was kind of too narrow to put like a proper kitchen and bedroom and stuff in. So I fiddle around with it a bit. But yeah, right here. But yeah, it took me so long to figure out the actual layout. Like you can see here, I'm just kind of struggling to make everything fit the way I want it to, but we get there eventually. And honestly, I think it looks really cool at the end of everything. So, oh my God, excuse me. I wonder if I'll cut that out. We'll see. So yeah, so you can see the beginnings of the kitchen there. What am I doing? Oh, I'm messing with the tree. Yeah, that tree, it was like I really wanted it to be coming through the wall, but it was such a pain to build around, honestly. So yeah, here I'm doing the kitchen, and there's a whole tragedy with the kitchen. So I built it up, I filled the shelves with knickknacks, and then my game crashed and I had to do it all over again. So you'll see. I'll talk more about it when it's actually happening. Can you tell that I'm not good at voiceovers? Probably. Voiceovers are hard, but whatever. Maybe I should write a script next time. We'll see. But anyway, so I'm just kind of doing the dining room now. I have these like mismatched chairs, and now I'm doing the kitchen. Never mind. Oh yeah, and I also had this issue. I can't even remember what it was, but I had this issue during playtesting where every time my sim tried to use the stove, it caught on fire, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I like took everything out of the kitchen, and I was like, oh no, I spent so long making it so cluttery and beautiful, and now I have to redo it all. And I fixed it eventually, I'm pretty sure, but I guess we'll see when I actually play with this house. Yeah, like I built this house months ago and I still haven't actually played in it because I've just been busy. But anyway, here I'm filling up the shelves, and so I filled up all the snap points with toothbrush holders. And then once all the snap points are filled, I could move things over to the shelf and not have them snap to places I didn't want them to be. So that's kind of like a trick that I've learned from other Sims YouTubers. Yeah, I watch a lot of Sims YouTube. I really love The Sims 4 as a game. So you can see I have all those things on the shelves. I put a bunch of plants, a lot of like this little hanging guy that sort of drapes over the shelf I thought was really cool. I put some, plunger, very important. I put some plants like growing into the floor, growing out of the walls. I wanted to put a plant in that little set of pots so bad, and it took me so long to figure out how to actually fit a plant in there so it looked like it was actually growing in the pot, but you can see I kind of did it. Yeah, so there's the kitchen actually. After I redid it, I have a string of garlic in it, and I don't know how that's going to affect the vampire girlfriend. But you know what? We'll see. If I have to take it out, I guess I'll take it out. But yeah, I've been thinking about this playthrough so much, and I have like a whole storyline that I want to tell with it and stuff like that. So I was thinking, that paw decal. Sorry, that paw decal where it's like a paw reader that came with cats and dogs. I love it so much, and I finally like figured out a way to use it basically. Sorry, but as I was saying, I'm probably gonna film myself playing it and make it like a let's play on this channel. And I don't know if anyone's gonna actually care about that, but you know what? It's my channel, and if I want to play The Sims on it, I'm gonna do it. So there, I guess. Oh Lord. Okay. So this room is the magic casting room. So yeah, I built this whole thing before Realm of Magic came out, and before I even heard about Realm of Magic. Like, I think Realm of Magic had actually been announced, but I just hadn't heard of it because I'm kind of always perpetually out of the loop on things. So at the time, I intended this magic that my witch sim would do would be mostly like the herbology from the Outdoor Retreat expansion. And I think she's still going to do some of that, but that's why there's a grill in her magic working station. It was so that she could make potions with the herbology skill. Toilet roll. And then I just went absolutely buck wild on the clutter items in this room. I pulled out everything that possibly looked like it could be in a magic user's room. I pulled out every single crystal in the game. Every single crystal in the game is in this room. I pulled out some of those skulls. I pulled out like that sword laying on the table. I don't know why it exists, but it's cool as heck. And I just like really liked it when I was scrolling through the menu. So I was like, I'm gonna put it in our magic room. Got that skeleton. I've got like that recipe book that looks like it could be an old witchy thing. And yeah, so basically like there's a lot of like cool witchy items that came with Realm of Magic, but I didn't have them, so I used everything else. So I mean, like, hey, if anything else, this is like, if you are all up in the witchy shit, or if you're all up in like the hype for Realm of Magic but you don't have the expansion pack, you know what, you can make your own witchy stuff without it. It's totally possible. I did it, but I do actually have Realm of Magic now, and I actually haven't played with it. I really haven't played The Sims in a while. Okay, but sorry, this is the bedroom, and I put in a regular bed, and I also put in a coffin in case the vampire GF wants to, sleep in a coffin, as vampires are wont to do. But actually the bedroom I didn't really do much with it. I mean, like, I cluttered it all the way up, obviously, but I think it's probably the room I did the least to. Oh, except for maybe the muck room downstairs. But okay. Ooh, so I have that bay window, right? And I really, really, really wanted to put all kinds of stuff on there. Oh, I love those hanging paper garlands. But yeah, so I tried so hard to put stuff on that little thing, and it was so hard. I wish windowsills had a snapping point. Like, I kind of hate snapping points in The Sims. I would prefer to just sort of put things on places how I want them to be rather than have them snap to a certain point. But I would take snapping points on windowsills to make it easier to put stuff on them. Like, ooh, it's just so tricky. You have to look at it from like 3 different angles at once. Ugh. But anyway, woes aside, Yeah, I'm just putting stuff. Oh, nope. Bedroom's done. Okay. So yeah, this is the muck room that I was talking about earlier. It was just this like wee little room, and I kind of just decided to have it be sort of like the room that they have a bunch of gardening stuff in. I put a hamper. I don't know. I really enjoy the laundry day stuff pack. I think it's really fun. But I put all the laundry stuff that like doesn't require like a actual machine, because I thought it was more realistic, I guess, for her to do her laundry just without electricity. I don't know, off the grid, right? But yeah, so this room, like I put some water stains on the floor. I just kind of put a bunch of gardening stuff, a bunch of cleaning stuff. I sneaky got her some rare seeds to start her off. And now I'm just sort of decorating the outside of the house. Like I have a bunch of gardening things, but yeah, I put so much, oh my god, those floating vines, I fixed that, I swear. Put so much vines on the outside of the house. The drapey vine that was floating was because the sort of overhang, where the part where the bedroom hangs over the swamp, I layered a bunch of those hanging vines there so that it looks like they're actually growing from the bottom of the porch, I guess. Porch? No. Balcony? Hangy bit. Over the swamp bit. Anyway. But yeah, I did so much just landscaping in this build. It is absolutely wild how much landscaping I did. But it was really fun, and I think it turned out really pretty. Like, I don't know, I really like it. But yeah, I'm just kind of doing the backyard again. It was kind of like the same thing I did with the kitchen. It was just pull out a bunch of stuff that looked aesthetic and made it fit. Yeah, and then as you can see, I kind of terrain painted some dirt plots for her garden. I'm gonna have her have just like a totally cool garden. Yeah, there's the clothesline. I really love that terrace with the vines growing up it. I really love what I did with it. You'll see in a minute, but it turned out really, really cool. And then, yeah, I had a fire pit out back. I made sure she had a bee box, just because I think that that's something that a witch would have, probably. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of movement really fast. I haven't watched this video in so long. I filmed it no, don't give away your secrets. Fire pit. And yeah, just doing some outdoor lighting. I decided to put like some stuff up on the balcony. That one's a balcony. But yeah, like I have an easel. I have a woodworking table. I put a little table out there for them to like sort of sit at. What am I doing with those paintings? I don't know. I feel like I remember struggling with them, but that was excessive. Anyway, I put a little seating plot, put some little pots for plants out there, which I don't know why she would need pots for her plants. She has a whole garden, but I guess we'll see. Okay, yes. So this is, oh, nope. I put a flower arranging station. Okay, wait. Oh, there's those hanging vines. See kind of how they're, I don't know, maybe you don't. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is what I do with this. I got a bunch of plants and like flower items, and I put them on top of the terrace so it looks like it's like super overgrown, and I just think it's so pretty. Like that's honestly probably one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. I don't know, I just really love this build. I think it's so beautiful. It's so cluttered, and I love that, and I just love the amount of plants and rocks and how natural it looks. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff around this build too, so I'm like really excited to actually play in it, hopefully soon. Yeah, like I put that little dock there. They can go swimming in the swamp. It's a swimming pool, but you know, it's kind of a swamp. It's a swamp in my mind anyway. Yeah, and then I'm just kind of doing a little bit of terrain paint. I think we're getting close to the end actually. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I just do some terrain paint and then that's basically it. Are we gonna, oh yeah, so here are the screenshots. Oh, sorry, they're happening at night. I wanted to take them at night, I guess. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I think that's just what it was when I loaded up my game. But anyway, you can see everything here. All the, like, that's how the tarot room turned out. That's the bathroom. You can see the green stuff coming up the walls. I think that looks really cool. I just love that bathroom. It's got a big wide window. Yeah, here's the muck room. I apparently didn't put any lights in it. Whoops. The kitchen. I just think it's so cool looking. Little dining room. I love building things in The Sims that are like really cramped and cluttered and just, I don't know why. That's my aesthetic, I guess. But yeah, the magic using room, the bedroom. You can see my little witch on the computer there. But yeah, so we're coming up, oh shit, real close to the end of the video. So anyway, like and subscribe, I guess. Oh God, I'm terrible at this. And stay tuned for updates on the witch and the vampire and the game, because I'm definitely going to be posting it. Let's be real. I hope you like it. Okay, bye. Oh my God.